Good morning. Happy Thursday. Someone directed me to a Tiny Grisham video, aka Chicken Hawk. He's the founder, I guess, of Open Carry Texas. Little man all hopped up on his own ego. Anyway, someone directed me to a live stream he was doing with a gentleman by the name of Not So Slim Jim, who I'm not familiar with. I mean, I really don't delve much into the community anymore because most of the community is, quite frankly, useless. And I normally don't watch live streams of people because I'm not really interested in their opinions. But someone wanted me to watch this to figure out where Tiny Grisham, the Chicken Hawk, I mean, who picks the name Chicken Hawk for themselves? I mean, from my understanding, that's like an older gay man who likes young gay men or boys. So why would you call yourself a Chicken Hawk? Weird. And why is he such good friends with Earl? Weird. You know, it's just weird. Anyway, someone wanted me to correct all of his legal mistakes in the video, and I couldn't watch much of it. It's apparently they go off on tangents. And here's me complaining about them going off on tangents. And apparently they have beef with Justin Pulliam for some reason. I don't know why. Don't really care. But I'm not really big on drama, as I have just pissed all over Tiny Grisham. But yeah, I really just don't care. I don't care. Anyway. But the one thing I did notice, after having gone off on a tangent and having pissed all over someone else, is this community, most people, especially in this community, but most people generally, mix their political views with their legal conclusions. And you see it all the time, you know, people don't want the state of the law to be X, like they don't want reasonable suspicion to be an absurdly low bar. And so they'll try to argue with me about how it's some higher bar. Oh, but they need to have articulable suspicion, and that's blah blah. And you're like, no, bro, no. Reality exists, and in reality, it's an absurdly low bar. They have to say things like, yeah, no, I don't have any facts to support my suspicion. Oh, did you see Brown versus Texas, John? Oh, they couldn't get past reasonable suspicion there. Yeah, the cop was dumb enough to say he had no facts. Anytime you're suspicious of somebody, let me repeat this, anytime you're suspicious of somebody, there is a reason for it, and all you have to do is be able to articulate those facts. If the cop is suspicious of you, there is a reason for it. Now, maybe he doesn't want to articulate those facts because maybe it's based on race or some other protected characteristics. Maybe he's just too stupid or doesn't care enough to put all the pieces together. Oh, it was in a hoodie. It was this time of night. It was in a bad neighborhood. The person was acting furtive when they saw me approach. You know, he just isn't taking the time. It's an absurdly low bar. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent again. But the point is that the law exists in its current state. And regardless of how I feel about it, or how you feel about it, or how Tiny Grisham feels about it, that's the way it is. So he was saying that in his opinion, the only valid purpose of government is to protect the rights of the people. And any law that doesn't do that is therefore invalid. Now, that's not necessarily true, unfortunately. The second part, I mean, his opinion is true, but valid laws are determined by the courts. What is or isn't a valid law, the courts will look at and they'll say, hey, you know, does the legislature have the authority to make this law? Or have they properly delegated the authority to make this law? has the governor or the president sign this law into being, or has it gone through the appropriate agency channels? And whose job is it to determine it? Well, the judiciary has determined that it's the judiciary's job to determine if it's valid, if it meets those what the requirements are for it to meet, and if it meets the requirements. The judiciary has taken it upon itself to make that its job. Now, if you're going to say, well, the Constitution doesn't allow for it, the Constitution is this, or the Constitution is that, unfortunately, this is the state of our current legal system. This is what it is. So either the Constitution allows for it, or the Constitution was powerless to prevent it. Either way, the Constitution is not fit for purpose if you believe that the Constitution doesn't allow for it to be this way. Because this is the way it is, and armed men with guns will enforce it. This is reality. Whether you like it or not, this is reality. And unless people change it, it will continue to be reality. And so far, despite what everybody thinks about people not wanting it to be this way, people seem pretty content to have it be this way. So this is the way it is. Accept reality. It makes things a lot easier, and it gives you a lot more clarity and sense of purpose if you want to change it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.